cut right to the chase. I've made the decision not to seek a retrial in the case of Christopher Schurr. I know this is an extremely difficult decision, and I spoke with Peter about a half hour ago. Obviously, he is very disappointed in that decision. I know there's many members of the community that are disappointed in that decision. I did not arrive at it lightly. I looked at everything. I looked at our case. I looked at the defense case. I looked at the arguments that were made. I looked at the jury selection process, because I think that's probably one of the biggest things that going into this we were thinking about, getting a good jury. I even went over and watched more of the trial. I reviewed the trial, because sometimes you're in the moment, you miss things, so I would try to review the trial. So I took everything into account when I made this decision, and basically what it boils down to is I don't think we reach a different verdict if I do a retrial in this case. I think I said before, and I'll say it again, I think we had a really good jury. These were very conscientious jurors. Now, I know some of the numbers have been out there. From my understanding, this did play a role in my decision making. It initially came out as 4-4-4, kind of a split. Not surprising, 4 for guilty, 4 for not guilty, and 4 kind of undecided. It did shift to 7-5, I think right about the time we got the first maybe we're hung kind of a response from the jury, and then it moved to 10-2 for not guilty.
Did you consider reducing the charge and going for a conviction for voluntary manslaughter?
No, I thought about that, but I think that's kind of, that looks like, I wasn't confident in my second degree. I think it was a second degree murder, and if the jury wanted to consider a lesser, I just didn't think that was, we were accused during the trial of trying to switch around what we're doing, and, if that's what I thought it was at the start, I'm not going to change it just to maybe, okay, let's try a different way to get a guilty verdict. At the beginning, I thought it was a second degree murder, and I'm going to try it on that or not try it at all.